Welcome to the Listening Platform, where we slow down, reflect, and ease into meaningful conversation with ourselves. I am Guru Subramanian Swaminathan, a coach for life. In this space, we are embarking on a journey to listen deeply to the stories of ordinary people living extraordinary moments. Because I strongly believe that moments become memories with just a dose of intention. So take a deep breath, lean in, let's listen now. Hello everyone, welcome to the Listening Platform, the stories that matter. Today, we are speaking with Devi Sambamoorthy, who is the founder and director of NurtureU Technologies, a Zoho partner leading all-women tech team, and that's helping the business transform through the tech. And she's also a Toastmaster champion and also a passionate advocate for women in STEM. Devi, welcome. Let's hear to your story. Would you like to introduce yourself first, Devi, please?
Hi, Guru, and welcome to the subscribers of the Listening Platform. Thanks for having me here. I think you covered my story already in my introduction. Maybe I can say like something that you have not said.
Please.
I'm a mother of two teens, who are quite champions within themselves, and a very supportive spouse who's my coach, mentor, and everything, and a very good extended family. So I did my 3 masters, one in computer application, one in business administration, and one in MS. And now currently pursuing my doctorate in data science. And yes, running a all-women company. So that's something I'm quite proud of. That's about me, Guru.
Thank you, Devi. Sounds interesting. And your company, that's like, you just completed in like one word actually, right? So would you like to share about what's your company about? I know it's about Zoho. So if you want to cover off a little bit on that, that will be helpful.
So we provide Zoho solutions. There is a product and there are SMEs that require the small, medium enterprises that require automation. And we bridge the gap between these two by helping them implement this solution. Like be it hospitality industry or a retail or a trading company. They cannot understand the product to the extent that they use it well. So we pitch in there and help them to use the application to the fullest. And that's where we are coming. And sometimes they already have some other system that's working in silos. So we help them to integrate all of them and make the best use of IT automation. So what happens is they spend a lot of money in purchasing these applications, but without an in-house expert or someone who is like us, they don't see the full benefit of it. So that's where we come in.
Okay. Excellent. I just have one question in terms of, I think you're doing your doctorate in data science for MSMEs. And how is this related actually? I mean, is it like cause and effect?
Right. So when I started my doctorate, I started with my two things, either machine learning. So when I did on machine learning, I realized that I wanted to do something on the cutting edge. So that's 3 years ago. So machine learning, I realized that that's not something. After 6 or 7 months, I'm not. The initial idea I had was about ethics, and it went in the side like, AI is not so good, and ethics has to be in place. And realized that's not my voice. It's true there should be some ethics. And then I looked at the data and I said, this is another platform. That's something I'm quite passionate about. And especially I worked with SMEs. At least some 10 years of my career I spent with the small medium enterprises. And whenever a new technology comes, like be it cloud or ERP, it takes time for them to get into this. The same thing happening with the data science as well. Like while the Netflix and Exxon all are going and using it to the fullest already, small businesses are not even seeing the use cases of why should I use. I wonder whether they have a MIS being done regularly. So that's why I thought I'll study the behavior in UAE, adoption of data science. So that's my doctorate and the reason.
Excellent. It's a voice for the small and medium businesses.
Something like maybe we can start telling them more about it, right? Like until last year, I think November last year, the AI agents revolutionized the industry. Sundar Pichai came and said, that's going to be the future. The MSMEs are here, not even collecting data. So where is the AI agents they're going to use? So it's very important, quite critical for them.
Okay, got it. I mean, starting a company doesn't happen overnight. There's a lot of thought process, sowing the seed for 5 years, 10 years, something would have happened, right? So before Zoho, so what all shaped you to start Zoho?
Okay, so I finished my MCA. As I was finishing my MCA, I started my internship with a tech company. So I think I can, if I look back, I can divide my career into maybe 6 or 7 phases. Like now, the first 5 years, like no, intensively coding, did systems administration, Linux operating system, setting up mail server, all that. Like no, did very much hands-on, be it Java coding, VB, or setting up servers. And then I stepped into Infosys, where I met some very great leaders. So where people they don't tell how to do and show especially how you should take care of your people, your team, and people management. Third phase is I think I went to DXC. That's where like the execution, I realized my strength that I love small projects. Those projects are 1 month, 2 month duration. At a time, I would run some 5 to 6 projects, finish, and get the sense of satisfaction that we come and complete that.
Okay.
Then migrated to Dubai, had a career break, and started with a MSME as a strategic planning manager, and supported their ERP implementation. And that's where I thought, okay, whatever I told you now, it deep rooted in me that so they spent a lot on the ERP. But without having, there is an accounts manager who really wants the ERP to work. And there's a management team that invested on that, but they're not able to make it work. So that's why I felt like, okay, I was there and helped them implement and spend some 2 years. That working in that company helped me to see firsthand how the MSME worked. And there again, the leaders I met, how they handle ambiguity and how resilient they are. So I directly worked with the founders of the company. That I think gave me the final push. So whenever I think I am here today at the NurtureU, I think what they would do, how they handle the situation. So working in person and seeing them how operating helped a lot. So roughly, those are the things shaped Guru.
Excellent. And how is this the thought process and doing the all-women team? Building an all-women team in NurtureU, right? I think that's a bit of a rare in tech as a all-women company, actually. I mean, I haven't checked how many companies actually exist with all women in that segment. Yeah.
When I decided to start my company, and I think I told my spouse the idea that I was doing freelancing for a bit.
Okay.
Then when money started coming in for the freelancing, I thought I will formalize this and I'll set up a proper freelancing license or something. Then I realized the license cost between freelancing and the company setup in UAE is not much different.
Okay.
Then I think it's not much different. Maybe I'll just set up a company and I can detail it later. So maybe I'll set up a company and see. And when the thought of setting up a company came, so we both asked, why another company? There are about 350,000 SMEs in UAE, and at least 100,000 could be providing the solutions that I'm providing. I'm not unique. I didn't have a wow startup idea like the listening platform that you're saying. Mine is very generic. So now. Why am I even doing this? What's the niche in it? At least for me, even if it's not for the market, what's the niche for me here is then I decided I think it's good because the career breaks the women take, the maternity leaves, and even if it's an MNC, even they have rules that they cannot treat them differently. There is something like a small pull down that happens when we come back after a career. When we come back after some leave, all that. And sometimes situation mandates they either to take care of the elders or to take care of the little ones. When they go to career break, they lose the confidence. And so I thought maybe we'll start one for giving opportunities to women. And I've never regretted it. 4 years, it's 4 years of fun. And the stories these women share, that if not for NurtureU, we could not have come this far. And someone saying this is a safe space for us. So all that so means a lot.
Okay. And what strengths or challenges comes with that choice of all women?
So strength naturally is leave about the stereotype of how women work, how men work. There are but certain qualities women bring to table. They comply, they follow to the process, and they are very hardworking and extremely passionate, because this opportunity for them is something they could not have dreamt of. They work with Dubai clients, UAE, and they work with real customers sitting from a village in India. Think of the technology that connects this. So they all are very passionate. So those passion converts into the business and fuels the business. I personally trained at least 5 or 6 of them, and these 6 are now already trained another 5, 10. So now we are a 20-member team. So it is cascading how we are doing. I talk about challenges. They are not very assertive. So I have to create a culture for them to speak for themselves. Recently, we had a heartful communication training for them. I told the trainers the objective is for them to communicate their needs. Heartful communication is about to communicate, speak in the needs and feelings language. And I told like more than anyone, they don't hurt anyone in the organization. They hurt themselves. They think it's my mistake. I might have done something. So I want them to stand up for themselves. Their assertiveness is something that's a challenge. And I'm missing the risk taking. They all want to be like, no, if I touch this, what will happen? That fear is there. That risk taking is a bit of a mess. But largely, it is the strength that runs us, fuels us, Guru.
Okay, excellent. I know you like challenges. This is something I think you're already working on to pick it up. Okay.
No, that's right. We are working very closely as a entrepreneur. Your job is to work very closely with your team than with your customers. Customers, your team will take care, but it's a small enterprise, 20-member enterprise. I work closely with the team, and I know where they're lagging. And I'm glad that we are able to give them some. Hopefully, they address that and come. Over to you.
Absolutely. You did touch upon the subject about working with the real clients. Now, is there any memorable story you want to share? Of course, please protect your client name and things like that. You don't have to go public. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine.
Right. So we have done when we started for the first year, I said I was freelancing, right? So that freelancing converted into a client. Okay. And then the second client. Mm-hmm. See, I started the business. I had two friends of me said I also want to work with you, and we are a 3-member team. August I started business. November we are a 3-member team. I registered the company, and whom to work for, how to go and bring clients. We are the trained in the corporate 20 years. You sit, your job that comes to you, deliver your job. No, nothing pending in your inbox. You go to sleep. If you have something pending in yours, you work on that, you finish your action plan, that's all. You're done. So now you have to go out for clients by some way, either by digital marketing or word of mouth. And digital marketing, I was not keen because we don't know our strengths itself. Now, what are we going to a totally unknown person? So those first few clients should be someone in your first circle. So I have many memorable stories with such clients, working with them, and how they felt that how the contribution that we are making, how our skill levels, our expertise is valued. Slowly we started building, and recently we completed a very big implementation last year. Quite proud about that. But the story I want to share is something very heartwarming. So this person is running the business in UAE for a very long time. Solopreneur, and spreadsheet is their automation. Customers, spreadsheets. Accounting, spreadsheet. And what else? Managing the task, spreadsheet. So when we go and ask them, why are you not automating? I'm already using computer and using a spreadsheet and putting everything. And mail is gmail.com. Someone at their company at gmail.com. So we told them that there is something called Zoho One, because you're a solopreneur. You can buy that one license. You'll get your mail. You'll get your accounting system sorted, and it has Zoho books, and your customers you can reach, and what more you can, if you have a website, you can put a bot also, and the Zoho One also allows you to have a site. So about 45 plus applications in one bundle you buy. And we did some 3 months of implementation, because system by system we were streamlining for them. It is a quite old organization that's existing, so we try to migrate the accounting system and the customers. And the gratefulness they have towards us for implementing this, and that too in such a cost-effective way. And now they really understand what is automation.
What is automation?
Okay, I create a sales. I make an entry about a lead. I convert that, and that lead wants to purchase something. I create an invoice. That invoice is in the accounting system, and that shows in my P&L, and that's in my mobile app. And I create a project for that. So when I see that happiness, I felt rather than big business automation, this one, the lighting up the smile for the small entrepreneur, I felt
amazing.
That is something, that's something I vividly remember how he felt, and oh wow, you folks did an amazing job. Okay, thanks.
I mean, it's sort of like a great satisfaction, right? When the client comes back and tells all these things.
And especially when they are if it changes a lot, it really improves their turnaround time and how they operate.
Amazing. I don't know whether you have realized, Devi, you have actually given the steps for moving from an sort of like an execution person working in a corporate job to a leader running the company actually. Excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
you're right. Guru, I reflect on that quite often, Guru. Like the January 2022, August 2020, when I started my company, January 2021, first challenge I faced. So I worked with three developers, sourced a project, and they have to deliver. I convinced my client that we will develop something for you. And I'm a person worked in corporate, so anything that is given, complete it. That's all. Oh, you have a team, complete it and finish. This you don't have control. They see I outsourced it. They're saying I'm delivering, I'm delivering.
Correct.
So to handle that, to urge to calm down and say like, okay, it's okay, and to face the customer as if I felt like choked to tell the customer it's not going to come on time and to buy time, all that. So I keep reflecting how I moved from that person to handle the ambiguity and say like, okay, how to handle that in a tactical way. Something that's growth.
Excellent. I'm sure there are two things which I want to bring back to you on is basically, right? I think when you moved from all these things, one is your communication and your confidence also would have grown. Now, you are also known for your Toastmaster success. Okay. How has public speaking has changed the way you lead and connect? How is that helping your company also?
All right. So it's humbling experience, Toastmasters. Like when I first joined Toastmasters, I was so confident that I'm brave. I can handle people. I can speak in public. So Toastmaster, I am serving them. I am helping them by joining the club. That's my first perception when I joined. But it made me realize that public speaking is not just coming and speaking not only having the courage to able to dissect and give the capsules when you're speaking. For example, like we have every month all hands meeting, and without Toastmasters, I would have gone for speaking for 40 minutes, 50 minutes. But because Toastmasters, I know that how much they can retain, and I have to think what's in it for them, and how to capsule the information so that it is beneficial for me. So Toastmaster helped that. And second thing is about the listening. The people who speak a lot are poor listeners, in my view. So listening is something that Toastmasters inculcated. And the one that you said, I championed, is that it's impromptu speaking, something that I fear a lot. Like you have been given a topic on the fly and you have to speak 2 minutes and you have to make sense in that 2 minutes. So that is something very important for a leader, I believe. Because people, you encounter frequent questions and decisions to make that develop my critical thinking skill. Toastmasters is a very important platform, even if you are a very good orator, very good speaker. It helps you to structure your speech and bring your thoughts, put some memorable phrases that people can remember what you're saying. Because end of the day, people retain only 10% of what they listen. So all that, something is thanks to Toastmasters that I learned and try to follow at least 50% of that.
Amazing. That's really great, right? I think your as you grow up the ladder in terms of the leadership level, your communication has to be very sharper, clearer, to the point.
Right, you're right. Sharper is the word, right? To team, because as I said, the team can listen for hours. Because I am saying, okay, angle solitanga, we can continue to listen. No, they wouldn't even. Now it is your self-awareness that you have to ensure that you're speaking, you're making sense, and to negotiate to customers to finally. So my sales team does the job. I go in the last call and say, see, buy from us. We are that person to convey that point home, and we need this kind of clubs.
Okay, got it. What makes you grounded? Do you have a routine or a mindset which helps you to keep grounded in terms of running your business and multitudes of things which you're doing?
So I practice meditation, heartfulness meditation.
Okay.
So my morning routine is I wake up some 4:30 and do meditation for an hour. So start the day with something hopefully calm.
Okay.
And towards the end also, as part of heartfulness practice, we do a cleaning meditation. We sit for 20 minutes and we say okay, whatever complexities we had for the day, we are just letting it go. And now again, you don't carry it for the next day. And again, in the night, we reflect on our behaviors, the good or bad. And if there is something that requires a change, we go for a change. Now, these three is quite instrumental in shaping me, I think, for the last one and a half decades. Especially as an entrepreneur, I don't miss a day to meditate. Because as I say, with more power comes more responsibility. You are in a position where people, if you hurt someone, they don't come back and tell you. It is only you reflect and you change. It is the change is going to happen. So it's important. So I think that's something helps me, and pranayama. So last week I heard a terrible news about a cybercrime that happened to my team member. I just don't know. I could see that I'm feeling very anxious about it. 5 minutes of pranayama, I thought, okay, I will do, and could see that, I think, calming down. So yeah, these are the ones that helps me.
Thank you. Thank
Meditation.
you, Devi. Very, very practical steps which you have shared. Thank you. Now, I think you're working with your 20 of your team member. I think 20 plus, already getting inspired on a daily basis, right? So, but if you have to give advice to an young professional who wants to start off in tech or business, what's a couple of things which they have to start working on?
Okay, see, the kids right now, this generation, they're very smart.
Okay.
They are experience-seeking mentality, not wealth-seeking mentality.
Okay.
They are the research. I was surprised when the research said, like, I'm very curious about the Gen Z. 6 years before, when I researched and found that these people are not going to accumulate wealth, they're going to go for experience. It surprised me a lot, but I could see that happening in my house. And like, they seek more experience. Like, no, they pay for the concerts. They want to go there. They can travel anywhere to go for one concert and get that experience. For us, like, the album was good. The cassette, or when we had the facility to listen in YouTube, we were like in awe. Okay, fine. Now we have every music in our laptop. Or for them, like, no, they listen there and they want to show their patronage by going there and buying their whatever the merch they say, all that. So these kids, like, no, the younger ones are quite smart. The only thing I would say, like, no, people is important. It's always you're dealing with people, be it in the form of a customer, vendor, and or your team. Your team is that people management is important. Learn that. No chat GPT or no AI is going to give. So be grounded. Be have your 3-4 values. I'm direct and I'm going to communicate this in this way. So and retain that. Create a culture in an organization if you're setting up. Give value to your culture. This is my culture. This is what. Morning we are going to have a stand-up call. Say hours, I say, like, morning we have a relaxation and pranayama every morning, and then stand-up call. And every week we have NTGIF. I mean, thank God it's Friday. We have all hands meeting. We don't miss, and we have Wednesdays with a management development program. Create that kind of a culture. Whatever is yours, like, this is mine. Whatever is yours. And one final tip for them is, like, no, do not deal with difficult people. Ignore them. When dealing with people is important. You come across a person who is like, you cannot get work done from me, such a client. You can, like, no, leave them alone, leave them. I would say, like, your task is not to go and please them. You will have so many people who are easy to work with, who are workable. There are some people who are really difficult. Like, so I tell my team, somebody coming and posing a lot of questions and not, okay, fine, our solution may not suit you. So say thank you and come, because your piece is your sanity is more important than that that prospect solution. So understand who's difficult and say bye-bye.
Okay. That's a completely different thing which I have heard. That's really great. I mean, coming from you, it's also good. It's completely different. Just to comment on that point, right? I think what you're saying is basically whatever is your strength on that. Don't worry about your weaknesses. Don't worry about others.
Also, there are some people like you can easily find that they are difficult to work with. Okay, I lay huge emphasis on my team's wellness. So I said, like, we have brand and relaxation. We have a happiness meter to measure their happiness. We keep that as our primary goal. Every week we speak about that. I mean, every month we speak about the meter reading and why they are not happy or why they are happy, all that. So when we are laying huge emphasis, the external factors are your prospects and the customers that you work with. And I believe that the world can be a better place if everyone are easy to work with. If that is not the case, that person cannot be our. I don't want my team's inner peace to be spoiled with dealing with them. So you better go and be nice to people. That's a thing.
Thank you, Devi. Absolutely. Thank you. And how does your future look like? What's your future plans?
So my immediate future plan is to finish my research. I'm writing my thesis. So finish that. That is something king on. But with Nurture, like no, we are we have become slowly becoming an efficient team, and we are the word of mouth is there, and the referrals are keep coming, and like 70% of business are coming from repeat business. So we are looking to make it more profitable. We are revenue generating, not it profitable. So the focus is in the next 2 years is to make it profitable. So our solutions, our invoices are we have to increase the invoice value.
Okay.
Dissected plan so that making it as a breadwinning business.
Thank you so much, Devi. I think wish you all the very best for your research paper and also the company. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you. And a couple of questions about the listening platform. So congratulations on starting this platform. I heard, I think most of the interviews, you're doing a great job. Tell me about your intent and how it started. And
okay, I never expected this question. Okay, let me take it. See, my purpose and intent has been very clear. I have been dealing with people or speaking with people offline for many years, and I got an opportunity, and his name is Suchindra, who did the first podcast. I asked him because his purpose was basically right. I think he was in Australia and he was going back to India. And in many of the WhatsApp group, he was trying to explain things, why he's doing what he's doing, why he's returning back, and things like that. I mean, there is very few people ask about why you're actually going abroad. Okay, but there are like millions of people asking the question why you're actually coming back. Whether it is from Australia, US, Dubai, Canada, it doesn't matter. But the single most question is basically why. So he was explaining that in chat and things like that. Actually, I prompted him saying that, why don't you make a video and post it so that like you are very clear why and you can share it with people also.
It could help a lot of people, yeah.
And it stays, it's a history. Then he asked, okay, let's do it together. I was like, oh, okay. That's a good start. That I didn't know how to do, what to do, absolutely nothing actually. Okay, I thought, okay, let's start. This is the first thing. I don't know how long it's going to go. Yeah, it's like every fortnight we are able to post with one guest, we deliver one podcast to the people. And honestly, I would say there has been a very, very good reception from the people of the listening platform. I mean, obviously it started off with friends and families. Now there is a bit of attraction coming, right? So the intent is getting the conversation started and also tell the story what every person is going through. It could be a small business or it could be something a person is working on. It's still in the progress, but let's share it with the wider audience and get that story out. So that's the intent. Thank you for asking that question.
Wonderful. That reminded me that something I wanted to share with your audience. Like now, I was wondering what is the need for them to they have to listen. See, the startup advice that we're saying, like a service business. Why I started NurtureU as why there is a digital transformation and why Zoho. Service business was easy for me to start because it is something not. The capex is very low. It's only me, my knowledge, and the two other people who said, I'm willing to work with you. You pay or you don't pay. So that. So your only expense is the wages. If you manage it right, and then you manage it in the right way, once you get the customers and ensure that they are all paid in the right way, then you can run the business for sustainably compared to the other one that required a lot of capex. So something that I realized when I started, how can I start a business? Okay, I cannot touch something that I've already accumulated and pull that from there. But the business has to run and it has to feed itself. If that is there, then I'm good. Something. Yeah, wanted to share. Yes, Guru, thank you. It's a wonderful discussion.
Thank you so much, Devi. We'll speak to you again.